Hey y'all, Heatherly, you can start. I am ready. All right, so my name is Lexi S. Brunson. I am the owner and active editor-in-chief of Copyright Magazine. I'm a freelance urban interior designer and an adjunct professor at Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design. Whether it be through design, media arts, education, my work is heavily seated in the space of urban development, creative community building, and that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. So we can go ahead and go. As humans, we like to categorize language is a part of the way we categorize what is and what is not, okay? So there are over 7,000 known languages in the world, and there's still hierarchy in which languages dominate society and define our existence. So because of this, there's like denotative definitions that are laden with social inequality, and it eliminates the agency of authenticity to create our own categories and definitions. So in order for us to have this talk, there needs to be a consensus on a few meanings of some words that I'm going to use, as you can see on the screen. Now, there's one more word we have to address, and that's gentrification. Though it is quite a buzzword in our urban environment, it simply does not belong. Why? Because gentrification's normality should not exist. Instead, authentic, programmatic community development should. So this is the rebirth of Bronzeville in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Through years of segregation, redlining, and displacement, it has created quite a fragmented populace in the Black and Brown community. So what if I told you that the rebirth was in large part manifested not from economic activity, but actually from creative practices happening in proximity to each other? Now, in proximity to each other means if Black and Brown communities, right? Creatives could be in multiple fields, right, and desire to live and work and cultivate in proximity to each other. Then their natural practices would create micro communities. These micro communities would have the ability and the resources to align practices that come from similar interests, views, and lifestyles. Beyond sharing resources, it would have the ability to leverage the social capital, advocate for interest of the people and society as a whole, right? They could collectively use their skills to expand, right, what we have. Now, what if this inspired more creative people to join the process, to be a part of a communal cultivation? What if it stressed the emphasis of culture, conservation, instead of displacement? What if the philanthropic entities that practice this savior complex in Black and Brown communities needed permission to plant roots? What if there were more Black and Brown homeowners? What if there were more Black and Brown entrepreneurs? What if there were more Black and Brown developers, architects, interior designers, contractors in the community to ensure that where you are is programmatically designed just for you to thrive? So when spaces are designed with the user in mind, it becomes a place that holds purpose. So form and functionality become a part of the folds of success. When a user can see themselves woven into programmatic design features, they feel comfort and stability. Stability breeds pride. Pride breeds a sense of agency, and agency is what makes people communal. Now, I call that creating a soul. When you give a place of purpose, you breathe life into it. A life that is unique with its own idiosyncrasies and aura. You turn lifestyle and culture into tangible things, a place to live, work, play, share, and inspire. Its beauty is not in the aesthetic, but in the fact that the pieces needed are all there. And let's just be honest, the plight of the Black and Brown community has been strongly held back by the inability to maintain communal resources that have historically been stripped away from us. We've been convinced that leaving our neighborhoods is a sign of success. At the same time, what they fail to inform us is that the suburban oases that we dream of are remnants of white flight that vilify the Black family and said we were bad for community. Quote unquote, there goes the neighborhood. So to redesign our cities, we all must take a leap of faith. We must plant roots where they have been deemed unfertile, share our resources so that even though they may be scarce, we can still pride, even with our humble beginnings, and collaborate to actively change the narrative. Community development does not happen overnight, but I know that with a little creative collaboration, we can make programming the future happen. Thank you.